Here on 30 Day Reviews, I typically talk about men's grooming products, anything from mustache wax to shine the bald head. Yes, it does exist. But alongside of those videos, I have also talked about men's mental health a few times as well. And specifically, I have mentioned that it is very important for a man to have a hobby that he can kind of focus on instead of focusing on all of the super stressful bad stuff that may be going on inside of his head. So one of those ways that I have done that, and one of my hobbies, is working with wood and building things. I've built 3 different canoes, as well as I'm still currently working on a camping trailer for the last 4 to 5 years. I like my big projects, but sometimes you need a smaller project. And that is exactly what I needed in 2019, was a nice small project. But you see, I had a problem. For all of the years that I was reviewing shaving stuff, specifically shave brushes and razors, I didn't have one place to put them. Yes, I had a few little plastic cheapy ones for the brushes and stuff, but those always tended to break and just never lasted. So I decided that I needed one. And yes, at the time I did realize that this isn't a new invention. In fact, there are hundreds of them on Amazon. I needed something to help level out my head a bit and kind of put that stuff aside. And well, I thought that a shave stand would solve 2 problems. One, I would get a place to properly store a brush and a razor, as well as a shave bowl, and I'd be able to take care of all of that stuff that's going on up here. So I went ahead and grabbed up some of my brushes, a couple of razors, and a bowl, and brought it out to my workshop. I then found a nice piece of wood that I had, as well as some nice thick strong wire. And this is what I decided to make my shave stand out of. So the first step in this process was to properly size the wood. And the way that I did that is I just kind of laid down the bowl, figured out about where I wanted the brush to sit at, as well as where the razor was going to go. I traced that all out, and that gave me the basic size of the shave stand. Next step was obviously to go ahead and cut this board to the proper size. Well, one thing with this board is that it was a rough sawn, which means it was definitely thicker than what I wanted or what I needed. So I also did something pretty shady and cut it to the proper width on my table saw. Now I'm going to tell you guys right now that this is not a how-to video, just a how I did it video. I wouldn't suggest doing half of the things that I do, especially without the safety equipment that I did not use a majority of the time in this video. Once I got the board to a proper thickness, I needed to take my sander to it to get some of the roughness out of this board, because as I mentioned, it was not a finished board. Now, although I had an idea of how I wanted this laid out before I started sanding and cutting, I did need to do a little bit better job because, well, all of those marks were now gone. So I relayed it out how I thought that I wanted it. Then I busted out a piece of paper to make sure that all of my measurements and everything would work out properly and look the way that I wanted it to look when it was finished. Now at this point I knew that I needed some way to accurately bend the wire, so I got the bright idea of cutting out some circles out of some scrap wood, and I could use that to bend the hard wire. Well, I tried that and it didn't work so great, so I decided to bust out the heat and try that as well. And well, when that didn't work, I decided to go ahead and buy an actual little jig for bending wire more accurately, and I'll tell you, that worked much better than my scrap wood idea. Now this wire that I picked for this project is a very strong wire. It resists anything that you try to do to it. And well, I started this project with very few tools, and I definitely did not have a cutoff wheel. So for me to be able to cut this wire, I ended up using a grinder or sharpening stone that we have, and that worked pretty okay. Although it's really hard to get a nice flat surface on a cut like that, but I did get it to work. Once I had the shape and the length that I wanted on the wire, I drilled some holes, put them in place, and I liked the placement of it, and I thought for sure that this was going to work pretty well. And then I noticed something, and that was that all of the grain in that particular board was going the wrong direction, and I just knew that if I continued to use that board, that it was going to end up just splitting in half on me eventually. Which meant that I had two options. One, I could continue on with the grain going the direction that it was with already a few little splits in it, or I could go ahead and start from scratch again, redo all the layout and everything on a board with the grain going the other direction, which is precisely what I decided to do. So once again, it meant that I needed to cut a new board to size, recut it to the thickness that I wanted, resand it, re-get that layout. Now unfortunately, the second board I did end up putting some burn marks in from the blade because it got a bit too hot when I was pushing it through. This wood is fairly dense wood, so it didn't really like to go through my crappy saw blade very well. So I had to do some extra sanding on it to get the burn marks off, but that wasn't too big of a deal. I also made sure that I rounded out the sides and the corners and everything real nice to really be able to get a good idea of how this was gonna look and when I laid it out, to make sure things weren't too close to the side. Once I had it all relayed out, I went ahead and re-drilled the holes for the stands. I then did a test fit of the stand with the bowl and a brush, and I realized that I wanted the brush a little more centered in the bowl, so I did end up having to drill out a couple of more holes and set that back from the bowl a little bit. Now, not wanting to go through everything I just went through, I just decided that I was going to fill those little holes either with some small dowels or some wood filler. What I actually ended up doing is I just put a couple of little pieces of that same metal in there to fill the holes and sanded them flat. Then it came time for me to work on the details of the shave stand. The first thing that I needed to do was sand in a small groove so that the butt or the end of the razor handle always had some place to sit. Because I was going to be using multiple different razors on this and I didn't know exactly the length of the razor, I just went ahead and put in a groove essentially from one side of the board, the back of the board, to the front of the board. Then came the hard part. Because see, I didn't want to just have the bowl sit in a spot on a flat piece of wood. No, I wanted it to be able to kind of recess down into it so that it wouldn't ever vibrate off or move at all. And well, the only way to do that was, once again, without the right tools, very shady. The first thing I did is I took a hole saw right to the center of that area that I wanted this bowl area to be, and went about as deep as I thought that I wanted it to go. I then just simply took my chisel, which I did have some nice ones of, and I used that to remove all of the bulk wood inside of that circle. Once I had that bottom nice and flat and to the depth that I wanted it, I went ahead and took that chisel and went around it again a little bit on the outside of what I had just done. This way it would make the bowl a little bit bigger and I could slope it down to that area that I had just cleaned out. And the chisel worked absolutely amazing for this. It went way better than I thought that it actually would, because honestly, I haven't done much chisel work at that point. Then I did some more test fitting with the bowl and a whole lot of sanding. Luckily, I did have an orbital sander, so that helped out quite a bit, made the process go 3 times faster than it would have otherwise. Then I went ahead and sanded the whole thing all over again and placed in the stands and stuff, and got it to be just about exactly how I wanted it to be. Now, unfortunately, the next step I have lost the footage to, so you're just gonna have to imagine me putting on some wipe-on poly. Now, the reason why I decided to put a polyurethane on this is because, well, I knew it was gonna be in a very humid and wet environment, being as how it is in a bathroom, and I was gonna be putting wet things directly on it. I knew that I needed to protect that wood as good as I could, and I knew that the wipe-on poly was probably going to be my best bet. Then I went ahead and installed the stands after I polyed it, and for the last 7 years, this guy here has held up very well. I do think that eventually I will remake this, as I do want to find some better metal that is maybe coated so that it doesn't look like it does now, because you can definitely see like soap scum and stuff does not like to come off of this, and it's not a very shiny, nice looking metal, but it does the job. It definitely holds my brushes well. It holds my shavers very well, although it probably could be a little bit longer, or I could have put the stand a little bit closer to the edge here, because some of the longer razors do come right up to that edge there. But it works. Nothing has broken or fallen off of this that I didn't know was going to break or fall off of it. So I think that this project was a success, and more successful than just having a shave stand, as by the time that I got done building this in 3 days, my issues that were going on in my head had kind of relaxed, subsided, and I was able to figure out what I needed to do in those situations that was stressing me out. So this video is actually supposed to be made about 3 months after this was built, because I wanted to show you guys how it was holding up. But I mean, 7 years is a pretty good testament to what a little polyurethane and some found wire can be, right? So yeah, if you guys don't already have a hobby, I highly suggest finding one, doing something that you enjoy doing, just as long as it's not sitting on your ass watching TV or brain rot YouTube or scrolling TikTok. Because guys, those are not hobbies, and those will only make your brain more of a mess than whatever you may be going through otherwise. And of course, gentlemen, you are loved, you are cared about, even if you don't think that you are. Other men do care, and therefore, if you need to, obviously talk to whoever you feel comfortable with, or call the number on the screen. Now that you guys know my main hobby, I would like to know your main hobby. What do you do to relax? What do you do to get that stuff out of your head? Let me know down in the comment section below. Until next time, as always, you have a good one.